So it's time to make some sourdough bread.
So the 6-minute scoring thing, I feel like it really didn't do much. I wanted to meal prep some meals for the rest of the week so that I don't have to cook every damn night. After going to so many doctors, it sometimes feels like they don't have your best interest in mind. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vanessa and this is Healing with Vanessa. So, big news everybody, your girl got a new job. For those of you who didn't know, I worked in the research field. These birds are being loud. This new job, I'm kind of transitioning out of being in the lab and doing more documentation type of work. This one bird is being so freaking annoying. I've been looking for something less physical where it doesn't hurt my knees and feet as much, so finally feel like I've found the right job for me, and it honestly makes me feel so relieved because it's been such a long time since I felt secure in a job, because all of my jobs since graduating college have been contract work. So getting real benefits, I'm so excited. I feel like I am on my way finally to building a career. The early and mid part of my 20s has been a lot of figuring out what sort of field I want to enter into within the science field, and I finally found that. So I'm so grateful for my new opportunity, but with that comes a huge life transition. I am not used to going into the office every day, like early, and then getting off in the evening. I have been experiencing some pain, and I've honestly been really fatigued and exhausted like by the time I get home. So I wanted to make this video to basically kind of show how I'm adjusting to this new schedule, having rheumatoid arthritis and dealing with joint pain every single day. I kind of just wanted to take y'all through a typical few days in my life, trying to adjust to this new schedule and just making sure I am preparing myself to be my best self at work, but also my best self at home. So, and that's on fighting depression, y'all. With that, let's go on our hot girl walk. One thing I've been really trying to incorporate into my new routine is trying to go for a walk or the gym at least 4 times a week. Even if it's just a light workout, something is better than nothing. However, I do listen to my body on more painful days and use that time to just stay at home and stretch and foam roll. Lately, I'd say my workouts haven't been extremely challenging. I've been trying to prevent that post-workout fatigue and pain I sometimes experience. By keeping my movements a little bit lighter, I don't feel as inflamed afterwards. After sitting all day at work, it just feels so good to get some movement into my body.
So it's time to make some sourdough bread. So let me show you my starter. I fed her at around 9:30 and it's about 5 p.m. now and she is completely doubled. Time to shape some sourdough. Do y'all see this jiggle?
So I'm trying out the 7-minute or 6-minute method where you score your sourdough as normal and then you put it in the oven in 6 minutes. You score it deeper in the middle, like your big cut. I don't know, maybe it'll rise higher. So let's see. This is the first time I'm trying it.
That core.
I'm literally using my core.
Good. That's how you don't hurt your back.
Basically, you're just gonna cut it again. It's very gooey. I don't know. I don't know if this is doing anything.
It's just really forcing it, like,
to open. Here's my loaf. So the 6-minute scoring thing, I feel like it really didn't do much besides like make a nice ear right there. But I don't know. I don't think I'd do it again. And this one just failed completely. I'm still gonna eat it, but it's like really flat, so I don't know. But this one turned out really good. All right, y'all, so I just got out of therapy. I honestly was kind of dreading it because after working 8 to 4, I was just feeling a little bit tired and I didn't feel like going to therapy, but it honestly was so nice. She's so supportive and she gives me like good ideas of how to implement things into my life that I kind of keep putting off. So I went to therapy like 3 years straight, like every single week. Like your girl was in the trenches going to therapy, trying to get better mentally, but now I go every other week and it's not as sad as it used to be because I feel like I've really worked through some of those things that were really hurting me. And I do still have those moments, of course, but I'm happy to say that, I don't know, I'm just feeling refreshed and proud of myself for getting this new job and continuing therapy and just working on myself for the past few years. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely farther than I was, and it's a good feeling. So on that note, I wanted to meal prep some meals for the rest of the week so that I don't have to cook every damn night because and like if I cook every night, I'm not gonna have time to go to the gym. So I've really been craving Mexican food lately. So tonight I am making some chicken tortilla soup and I am doing something a little bit different and I'm adding some bone broth, which I love to do with soups, but it just gives it a little bit extra protein and it's just good for the soul and for your body as well. All right, so let's get to it. I thought I might add, going back to the therapy, one of the things we've been doing is working through this like chronic illness workbook, and it's just like kind of processing the emotions, like physical and emotional, of like just having a chronic illness, when it started and like, you know, your journey and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things into it, but one of the things I have to work on before next session, it's basically a letter to the healthcare system. And I was like, they don't want to hear from me. They don't, because I'm not gonna have nice things to say. That's not saying I don't have a lot of respect for doctors. I have so much respect for doctors and how hard they work and how much they studied in grad school. And I felt like things that happened in my childhood with orthopedic doctors and then going into adulthood, I've just recognized these patterns and just things that doctors kind of do that really irritate me. And so after going to so many doctors, it sometimes feels like they don't have your best interest in mind, or they don't care, or they're tired, or whatever. Yeah, I think once I write that letter, I think it'll be good to get just kind of like all these jumbled thoughts out of my head and onto paper. And I probably will share some of it with my YouTube because, you know, I'm trying to be really open and honest and real. So I'm just gonna saute these bell peppers and onions in some olive oil and then add the garlic. I've had the chicken going in the crock pot all day, so here's my very plain, unseasoned chicken. And don't worry, it's not gonna be unseasoned forever. Okay, time to get serious. I'm about to add the chicken broth. So I'm gonna do a mix of this. in the bone broth because this is a bag, y'all. I couldn't afford to be buying 2 or 3 steps. I'm just adding some Mexican cheese and some of these lime grain-free tortilla chips. Cheers. And I've got a ton of leftovers that I could even freeze, so I'm about to dig into this. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing the steps I'm taking to maintain my mental and physical health while starting a new job. And don't forget to foam roll and stretch every single day. See you next time.